Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to this week's edition of Mid-South Wrestling Television Network. I'm your host for the next 60 minutes. I'm Boyd Pearson. We have a lot of action. You're going to see the return to Mid-South Wrestling this week of Steve Dr. Death Williams. Hacksaw Jim Duggan pairs up with popular Magnum T.A. as they take on Russian Boris Zhukov and Rip Rogers. The big match, Johnny Rich versus Ted DiBiase. All the top stars are here, and the man that'll tell you about it is our guest commentator, the Oklahoma Stampeder, but now Mr. Wrestling in Mid-South, and I'll tell you that because he knows more than anybody. That's Cowboy Bill Watts. Bill, and I mean it sincerely.
Well, thank you, Boyd. You know, it's great to have Steve Dr. Death Williams back from playing ball with the New Jersey Generals of the USFL. Steve weighs about 300 pounds right now and planning on play football next year with the Denver Gold. Also, I think another match that's a real sleeper on the card is George Weingroff against Hacksaw Butch Reed. George wrestled at University of Tennessee at Chattanooga and is a tremendous competitor, and we've not seen him lose any bouts here on Mid-South Wrestling on television either. But right now, let's go to Reisor Bowden in the first match. It's in the ring.
It's tag team action now for one fall with a 10-minute time limit. In the red corner at 260 pounds from Russia, Boris Zhukov. And his partner at 230 pounds from Los Angeles, California, Rip Rogers. In the blue corner at 275 pounds from New York City, Hacksaw Duggan. And his partner at 238 pounds from Virginia Beach, Virginia, Magnum T.A.
Tag team, Boris Zhukov.
Oh!
Bill.
Oh! Rip Rogers went out and slapped Duggan. Didn't slap him once, he slapped him twice. Woo. Oh, I don't know. Duggan he's paintbrushing. Wow. Rip Rogers must be nuts. Look at Duggan hip toss him, and T.A. took Boris Zhukov right out. This could be a dynamic new team. And Duggan threw Rip Rogers out of the ring, and Duggan is really going. And of course, you heard that crowd before he even came in chanting, Duggan, Duggan, Duggan.
I mentioned one name, Bill, and I saw him slap Hacksaw, and that was all of it. I couldn't believe what my eyes saw.
I couldn't either. Wow, you talk about stirring up a hornet's nest. And you know, Duggan runs around at a low boil anyway. It doesn't take a lot. Look at the agility of Magnum T.A. Man, it's quick and sudden. Japanese arm drag in there. Magnum T.A. wrestled with Old Dominion, an amateur. Wow. Wow. Rip Rogers wanted to make a name for himself. He may make one all right, but it might be in the obituary column. You know, Duggan has turned a few bars into parking lots, and I just can't imagine somebody wanting to come up and slap him or start a beef with him. This guy, like I say, you don't have to. Oh, I love it. I love it. You don't have to invite him to fight. He stays ready. Magnum T.A., he is just quick out there. And Rogers might have gotten, his head's ringing. I bet you he thinks it's 12 o'clock the way it's chiming. Johnny Rich up next against Ted DiBiase. That should be a battle for the big cheese. Tag is made. Duggan's in. Oh, Duggan. You know, Duggan, as rough and rugged as he is in the street fighting capability and the stuff like that in the football tactics, he was also a state champion in high school in New York State, and that's a tough area for amateur wrestling. You know, some guys say they're a state champion in some states, and you don't even really pay it any mind because they don't have that type of depth in their wrestling programs. But when they come out of Iowa, or they come out of Oklahoma, they come out of New York, or they come out of Pennsylvania, or Minnesota, or California, and they're a state champion, my friend, you take notice of them because they beat some people.
Rip Rogers may wrestle for 20 years, Bill, but he'll never slap Hacksaw Duggan again, I'll say that.
Let me tell you, a slap is such an insult. You know, it's not that it hurts so darn bad, it's just such an insult. Oh, Zhukov caught Magnum out. Boy, he caught him in the low kidney area from a knee outside. Duggan came in, and they're quickly in while the referee's putting Duggan out, and they double slammed and changed in on T.A., this team may have some strategy, Boyd Pierce. They got Duggan so fired up. They've got a lot of emotion going out there. They may figure that the only way to get these guys is to get them so mad they make a mistake. And they've really, maybe they had a little game plan to pick a spot. But Magnum T.A. shows that championship heart as he comes up from a lot of trouble. And he makes the tag, the big Hacksaw Duggan. And that's like putting your money in the rock. It's there with Duggan when he's going to be there. He's going to be there battling until they put the dirt in his face. I'll guarantee you, he loves a war. That's why he and the Junkyard Dog are such a fantastic, phenomenal team. It's the heart of both of these superstars. And look at that. Hacksaw speared one. Oh, boy. He speared another one. Duggan.
Duggan racks up a victory along with his partner Magnum T.A. over Boris Zhukov and Rip Rogers, and what a victory it was. Rogers is still down, paying for the insult he gave at the start of the match.
Listen to these fans chant, Duggan, and they'll be behind T.A. too.
And Johnny Rich comes in against Ted DiBiase after these words from Mid-South Wrestling Television Network.